Welcome back. And do you remember as a kid when you could make almost anything be fun or be a game or be something that you were excited about? Recently, in an airport, I was I came out of the bathroom, I was filling up a water bottle, and I heard this guy off into the distance, and he's sounding like he's having a great time working for, I believe it was a pretzel company, and he was selling pretzels and he was being very interactive with people. He had tons of people waiting to buy the pretzel. And one of the things that he was saying consistently, and I had to just watch and laugh and smile because he loved what he was doing. He was announcing that if you buy one, you get one at the same price. Yes. Same price for the second one. How could you pass that up? And he was saying it was such conviction and confidence and flair and enthusiasm that you couldn't help but smile. I legitimately, if there wasn't that long of a line and we weren't on our way to drive somewhere, wherever we were going in the airport, I probably would have stood in the line and just bought a pretzel, even though I don't eat pretzels, just to be like, this is so impressive. I told him how awesome it was and how his energy was infectious. And I just saw this man making sales fun, something that most people struggle with or despise or makes them nervous. And he's out there with the same line, saying with the same enthusiasm, also chatting up the different customers in his line. And he made selling pretzels fun. Where is that in the job description? I bet it's not. Guy's name was John. I bet John made that. He brought his own energy to the job. And they're not paying John enough. He needs to be paid way more than he's paid because his energy is selling way more pretzels than somebody that would just stand there and wait for somebody to come up and say, "Can I help you?" He is selling. And it really got me thinking that he made sales fun. I remember when my grandpap and I would walk around where he used to live before he passed. And I was a kid. I was probably 6, 7 years old. And the train would pass. And we would count the cars, the train cars that went by. And we would always try to see, oh, maybe this is the longest one. I wonder how long this one is. And then even when we were driving somewhere, and if we were stopped, the thing comes down, ding, 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 for the train to come by, we would root for there to be more cars. How many cars are there? Maybe there's more than 30. Maybe there's more than 50. This is awesome. Oh my God, there's 85 cars. And you get so excited. And it's proof that you can make anything fun. We would count the number of cars we would see on a street within a minute and see which minute within the next 10 minutes was the biggest one. How many cars would there be? And you start to get excited. Oh, minute 10. Will that be the most cars? Now we're on our phones all day and streaming stuff and paying no attention to life. But there's so many ways to make anything fun. Anything can be fun. Sales, watching trains, watching cars. It's all can be fun. My challenge to you is this in this quick episode. What can you make fun that normally would annoy you? And here's an example. If you do, you can use the grandpap and I example. If you're in the car, and we've all had this happen, maybe not very often, depending on where you live, but the train thing comes down. Ding, 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 ding. And you're waiting and you're going, oh my goodness, I gotta go to a meeting or I have to pick this person up or I'm supposed to be at the gym or I have this class or whatever it is. And now you have to wait for the train. How can you recondition yourself where maybe you start blasting music? Maybe you play Come On Ride the Train and ride it. Maybe you put on a song that you love and you count the cars for old time's sake and just enjoy it. You're not going anywhere anyways. The angrier and more frustrated you get, won't help the situation. It will not help the situation. But if you enjoy the experience and then you're on your way, I would guarantee wherever you're going, it's going to be a better experience because now you have yourself in a better state of mind. You're feeling better, you're smiling, you're happier. The same thing goes for if you're waiting at a stoplight. Maybe you count the cars that are going opposite and now you have a number. And you know, how often do we say this? Oh my goodness, this is the longest light I've ever seen in my life. What if I'm going to start doing this? I'm challenging myself as well in this episode. I'm going to start counting the cars when I miss, when you get to a stoplight, it just turns yellow and then red and you miss it and you're the first car. How many cars can you count that are going to go drive by you going perpendicular? And then you have a number. Let's say it's 19 cars. And you're like, okay, the next time it happens, oh, let's see if it's more than 19 cars. And if it is, you're celebrating versus getting annoyed. What is something that happens? Maybe it's a pet peeve. Maybe it's something that normally annoys you. Maybe it's another person. Maybe it's a situation. Maybe it's traffic. What can you use to reframe and make it into a fun experience? And use the pretzel salesman because he made selling pretzels fun. That means you and I can make anything fun. It's up to us. Will you take the challenge? I would love to hear what you're going to use. What normally annoys you that you will now make for a smile on your face? Let me know. Email me, send me a message. I would love to hear what you're going to use. I love hearing feedback. It makes my day. Let's flip those challenges into something that can be enjoyable. Because as we know, challenges build champions. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.